Hey everybody, so by the title of the video you pretty much know that this is going to be an advice type of video, um, and these are just a few tips that have helped me along the years to stay positive, stay motivated, and be accepting as to what my life is, what my situations may be, and it just kind of pretty much helped me be content and happy with, life overall. So I'm just going to jump right into it. So, number one is pretty much to find your happiness, whether that's, a person, your aspirations, your family, any goals you have you're working towards. Just find something that's gonna keep you uplifted. There's a lot of times when we come to a point in our life when we just feel like we're really stuck, or we just can't go on, we want to give up and all this type of stuff. But you have to find something that's gonna keep you fighting and keep you happy and keep a smile on your face. I always tell, my sister, my boyfriend, everybody to just don't lose your smile. There's a lot of times when we just feel like we just so tired or so drained, and it's not a good feeling at all. So, but whether it could be food, okay? If whatever you're working towards, your job or whatever, if I don't work today, I can't eat tomorrow, and food makes you happy, you need to go to work, okay? Is to stay optimistic and stay positive. So many discouraging things out here, and sometimes it makes you feel like you should just give up on yourself, or you're just not good enough, and that's hard to take on. Like, you never want to think to yourself, oh, well, I'll never be able to do this, I'll never be able to get this, I'll never be able to live this way. That's not good for you to tell yourself and beat yourself up about. You have to always be optimistic and know that there's always a chance, and I don't know, I honestly don't like to count myself out with certain things. I used to do stuff like that, but like now I'm coming to a point where it's like I'm not gonna just automatically count myself out and just assume that I can't do something, so just be more optimistic and just try new things, to be a risk taker. Challenge yourself, don't just assume this task is too hard, or it'll take too long, I don't want to do this, I want to find the easy way out, or I can't see myself doing that. You won't know until you try. So there's nothing you should just count yourself out and just be like you just can't do it. That you shouldn't think that way about yourself. I know it's like even me doing my YouTube thing, I don't care about getting views and nothing like that. I'm doing this for me. If you did watch my first video, I said that this is going to be a journey, and it's just to watch myself grow as a person, just to see how I was or at this age versus later on in life, and how my mindset has changed and all of that. So this right here is me taking a risk. This whole experience of me trying to make YouTube videos and all this type of things, this is my risk, and allow myself to be out there for people to ridicule and stuff, because either way it goes, people are going to judge you, they're going to hate, they're going to say, oh, well, I don't like this about her, and her hair is like this, and her makeup looks this way, and she's too skinny, and she's too fat, and all this type of stuff. So what? You're going to be judged regardless. When you take risks, you open yourself up for new things, and you do not want to just think back in your life and be like, oh, well, I should have went out for that dream, or what would have happened if, I never want to go into life later on and think, oh, what if, and then that time has passed and I can't do it no more. So just challenge yourself, try new things, there's nothing wrong with that. Or it's okay to fail. That is how you grow. You're not going to be great at everything the first time you try something. Some people just get lucky, and they're not even get lucky, it's just whatever the case may be. Everyone doesn't have the same path, or everyone's not great at the same thing. But even though you fail, it's a lesson learned. You don't have to sit there and be like, this happened, I'm never going to do this again, and all that type of stuff. That's how you make it in life. That's the same way people say practice makes perfect and all that stuff. You have to apply that to your everyday life. whenever you go out for something that might be outside of your comfort zone, you know, you might not be good at it, but at least you tried. And then if you want to go back for it again, I guarantee you'll be better at it, because at least you know what to expect, you know? Don't just assume it's the word's gonna end because you fail at something. Failure is actually a good thing. Number 5 would be to take time for yourself. And when I say that, I mean sometimes we tend to put others in front of you and have someone else's feelings count before yours does, and you put yourself in the back burner while you let them thrive, you let them shine in you, all that type of stuff, but you never take time for yourself. Sometimes it's good to isolate yourself and just work on you, focus on you and what makes you happy and what you want out of your life. And it's okay to choose yourself, you really, especially if you're the type of person to always consider someone else's feelings, and you'd be like to yourself, it's like, okay, it's all right, but they got something, so that's okay, so my feelings don't mean anything as long as someone else is happy. That's good to a certain extent, but if that consumes your personality altogether, that's not really healthy. You have to choose yourself sometimes, because honestly, we live in a very selfish world, and everybody's pretty much looking out for themselves. So, and I'm not and have never been a selfish person, but there has been some times when I have to just take time for myself and be like, okay, Kathy, this is what you want for yourself. You always, go that extended way for someone else, but what about you, And I feel like nowadays, I've been really taking a lot of time for myself, and it's not like I don't care about anybody else's feelings. It's just that my feelings count too. So yeah, you have to know your worth. Me being 23 right now, I have not experienced a plethora of things, but I've been through a few, and knowing my worth is something I really had to grow into, and I'm still learning. And it's just something that it's like a self journey. No one else can go through that but you. Okay, you have to learn to not let people disrespect you, not to talk to you any kind of way, not to walk all over you, not to treat you like a doormat, and not just accept everything that someone says. It's everything, friendships, with relationships, even family, friends, co-workers, associates, everything like that. You just really have to know what you're worth and what you will not, accept. There's a lot of times I've seen, and I've even been through situations where, people just really disrespect you, talk to you any kind of way, and just, they expect you to just be okay with it, and you should just be like, all right, well, maybe you're right, maybe I am stupid, or maybe I am dumb, or maybe I am ugly, and all type of things. But you can only be so stupid, you can only be so dumb, before it starts to get to you, and it starts to kind of decrease how you feel about yourself, and that is not a good thing at all. And that's why I'm so I hate bullying and things like that. All that stuff really pisses me off, honestly. But yeah, you really have to find your self-worth, and you're not gonna find it overnight. I'm slowly getting into it now, and I think that's the best thing, that's one of the biggest lessons I've learned and still am learning to this day. What else I want to say? Oh, one thing that I am still working on is learning how to set my pride to the side. That's one of the biggest things that I'm working on now. I'm the type of person, I honestly don't like to ask for help. Even when it comes to simple things, like if I'm going to a store looking for one item and I know I don't know where the item is on the aisle, I will look through every single aisle, every crevice of the store before I ask, an associate or somebody there, can you just point me to the aisle where you have? I'm just not that person. I'll go look for it myself. And when it comes to asking people for help, when you need things done as far as favors, or you need to go somewhere, you know, if you actually need help with something that's very important, I would be the one who was not asking. I'm like, no, I'll walk. You know, like, I don't want nobody to tell me that they ever gave me something, or that, you know, it was like, that was how my mind was working, and it still kind of does. But when it comes to the people who actually care about you, and you know genuinely and wholeheartedly that these people care for you, it is okay to ask for help. It is okay to put your pride to the side and just accept help from others. You don't have to be all tough all the time, and I'm learning that too. I don't, you know, and I feel like that's tied into me knowing my self-worth. I think I just don't want to have anyone ever say, Kathy wouldn't have had this without me, or, you know, is that, and that's very big to me. And don't settle, you know. Don't like accept the mediocre thing, or just feel like, okay, well, I am this type of person, so I should only settle for this, or like, I don't have as much as this person, so I should just accept what I have here and not strive for something more. No. There's nothing wrong with having standards, having goals you're reaching for, and just not allowing someone to be like, you're so high maintenance, or you're so picky, you're so, you know, so what? I can see if you're just going over the top with it, and it is every little thing you have to nitpick, and everything down to a T. That's cool to a certain extent. To the point where it gets like really out of control, then you need to calm down. Think to yourself, oh, I'm not as pretty, so let me just talk to the first guy who gives me attention. No. I only have, you know, I dropped out of high school, so let me just settle for working, you know, for like $6-7, which is $6. No, you can't work for $6, but you know what I'm saying? Like, don't settle for less. You should always want more for yourself. There's nothing wrong with wanting more for yourself. Everybody deserves to live a happy life. That's the life that they want to live, and they should strive for it. If I know I could be the best girlfriend, the best wife, you know, all that type of stuff, I'm not gonna settle for someone who abuses me and talks down on me, degrades me, and all that type of stuff. I'm like, oh, well, you know, at least I got a boyfriend. A lot of people ain't got boyfriends. So that sounds dumb to me. You know, that sounds really dumb. I'm not gonna settle for less. But altogether, guys, these are just some things that I've learned over the years to use to help myself get to the place in my mind that I am now. And I'm so proud of the person I'm becoming. And I've got to the point where I do love myself, you know, and I'm happy with who I'm becoming. I'm still young, you know, and I'm still growing, but so far I'm loving the person I'm becoming. I'm loving the young woman I'm becoming. And I don't know, I wouldn't change my journey. Now that I look back on it, I wouldn't change a lot of the things I've been through, because I probably wouldn't even be the same person I am today. So yeah, you know, guys, I just felt like coming up here and not venting, but just showing and sharing advice. So stay tuned for my next video. My next one is gonna be, it's making me hype, because I just want to make another video. But thank you guys for watching. I appreciate you so much, and I'll see you in my next video.